Tippy time my damies, Top Cat here and welcome back to the channel. Today's Stasis Warlock is centered around map supremacy, locking down those targets, blasting and igniting them. With this premise in mind, I first wanted to recommend some exotics that work particularly good at shattering. Got several grenade launchers with new toys. Dead Messenger has a massive wave, Exteris amplifies, blinds and makes moths, alongside doing decent weapon damage. Fighting Lion has infinite ammo and now has volatile. We've got that new stasis gel, the Alethanum, which gives us both special and heavy ammo. Two others I would include might be the Choir of One for some great range play and Tessellation for grenade play. Now I mentioned these exotics up front as I actually designed this build for the Icebreaker. So for those who don't have that yet, this build will still play really well with those options. The Icebreaker was famous in D1 for regenerating ammo. In Destiny 2, we've got 3 ways to do this. Initially, I thought this would be worse than D1's version, but it actually worked out even better. Firstly, final blows or assists with any other weapon have a chance to create ammo for the breaker. It's a pretty reliable 2 kills, primary kill or heavy kill, 2 dead guys equals 1 sniper round. This also doesn't appear to have like a time between kill that we need to get those in. I can get 1 kill, move on to the next area, and 20 seconds later get 1 more kill and it's still going to give me that round. Also with the Icebreaker, when we defeat powerful combatants, we create multiple rounds. I believe this is 4 rounds. It's what I generally got during this 2065 onslaught against those unstops. And lastly, and most importantly, it notes abilities can make ammo. This includes shatters and ignitions. Luxo has it, it's got the perk Icebreaker. Defeating a target with this weapon causes them to explode, precision final blows, or shattering a frozen target instead triggers an ignition. With this in mind, we don't need to swap to our other weapon, we just get those shatter kills. The Cold Snap Grenade, I believe, is the best tool for the job. It gives us that instant freeze and does so against multiple targets. The Glacial might offer us more damage output in terms of shatter, but it'll often hide our opponents, making it harder to trigger that ignition off of them. I'm not going to recommend running the Bleak Watcher either, as I don't want to be standing there with my dick in the wind whilst waiting for my target to freeze. Make sure you've got that fastball mod equipped, as this is a sniper after all, so we can go for those cross-map shat attacks. We use Brain Freeze in the artifact, which will in turn help one freeze become multiple freezes. Our exotic of choice is the Osmiomancy gloves. This gives us 2 grenade charges, and these recharge our grenades faster on multiple hits. Not kills, hits. So if we hit 6 or more targets, we get that grenade straight back. This gives us heaps of lockdown potential Medusa style. Additionally, our Seekers are going to travel further. When using these grenades, try and aim for the ground in front of them. Give it about 2 to 3 meters lead. Now I had toyed with running this setup on Prismatic, as it has Cold Snap Grenade, Facet of Dawn would buff both our shatters and our ignition. I abandoned this though, as the Ice Flare Bolt aspect was too good to pass up on. When we shatter a frozen target, they spawn another Seeker that tracks and freezes other nearby targets. This is a level of replayability that Icebreaker craves. It was great in Onslaught particularly, as you'll often have 2 troop movements spawn in next to one another. We're running Glacial Harvest. When freezing targets, we create stasis shards around them. The bigger the bad guy, the more shards we create. These shards become the source of our frost armor. Now, as most of our shatter kills are coming from that sniper rifle, we're going to need Whisper of Conduction to suck those shards towards us. With each of these shards, we get melee energy for our insta-freeze penumbral blast. This recently saw buffs to its velocity, so it's a lot more comfortable since the last time I used it. I generally save this attack for those larger targets, that way we won't be wasting a grenade charge on them. Because I use it sparingly, the crystalline converter is often topped up. We gather stasis shards to gain stacks for our next powered stasis melee. This is going to create additional stasis crystals equal to the amount of stacks we have. More crystals makes Whisper of Fisher go harder, This fragment will make all our shatter reach further and hit harder, and Hail of the Storm will guarantee that all those crystals break. Our third fragment is a bit of a free choice. I was running chains. When defeating targets whilst we have frost armor, we've got a chance to create further shards. More shards, more armor, more shards, more armor. It's a great damage reduction when we're not getting tons of shatter kills. But there is also an argument that Hedrons could be a better option, as after freezing a target, we get plus 30 weapon stability, plus 15 aim assist, and plus 20 airborne effectiveness to make for some sweet gunplay. And we get 60 mobility, 60 resilience, and 60 recovery. The only reason I didn't go this route myself is I'm already running triple resilience, recovery, and discipline. Our last fragment is Rime. This will allow us to get 8 stacks of frost armor for that 36% damage resist, and extend that timer to 13 seconds up from 10 seconds. Survivability used to be a shortcoming of our stasis subclasses, not so much anymore. Additionally, I run Elemental Charge to get armor charges from our tracking stasis shards. This will fuel that emergency reinforcement mod on my chest piece, giving me another 10% damage reduction if I get in the shit. I'm vibing with Armor of Eramis, as upon taking critical damage, we emit a freezing burst. We just spin around and use our Icebreaker much like an elephant gun. Now in game modes like Gambit or Onslaught, we've got ammo crates. I comfortably ran Shoddy in the top slot with our Icebreaker in the second. I do think pairing Horde or a LMG like the Recurrent Impact might be advantageous if you want to rapid reload that Icebreaker. Now feel free to pause here for my artifact, mods and fragments, but there will be a dim link for the build in the description down below. This kit was 1,000 plus kills in Onslaught, 95% of which were with our Icebreaker and Cold Snap combo. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the new Icebreaker down below. I feel this is a great revival of this weapon. It keeps what we loved about it whilst breathing new life and identity with it. Make sure to thumb it if you dug it, sub if you're new, and as always, tippy tie my damies, what a tie.